Greetings, fellow citizens. I am the Senate Dude, and welcome back to Starfield. When we last left off, we continued the quest here on... we did the quest here on Mars. We're looking for Percival Walker. We found Percival Walker. We cleared his debt with the Trade Authority. We, what else did we do? Oh yeah, we helped Kelton Frush with that tree. I think the tree's all good now. And we also found the Leaning Tower of Pisa last time. So, yeah, and I'm still hurt. Now what we're going to do is just continue the quest and see what else mischief I can get myself into here. There's a research lab. What the fuck is that? That's a canteen, boy. What is with all these secure access doors? Because every time I see those secure access doors, that means that I can find a way to open them. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's just get going. So I discovered that you can find more locations on Earth. Ooh, look at that. That's a star tar. And look at the value on that. Damn! See if I can pick it up. Yep, you can pick it up. Look at it. Also, I lost my frame rate. I can't count my frames. Hold on. Alright, I can see my frame rate now. Just a little glitch. Oh. Okay, good. I unpaused the recording. Good. Had to fucking check. Alright.
Xenowarfare. UC's dark, dirty secret. Bastards.
Well, good thing. Full food spiced worms. Spiced, yes, I said that. A fire extinguisher. There's a flip lighter and a personal groomer. That looks more like a sex toy than a groomer, but alright. There's a couch. Alright, where to? We're gonna go over here. The fuck? Alright. The Comet. Helmet display. Abandoned mines, there we go. Here is bolt cutters, wire spools and shit. I also turned down the graphics and things seem to be running fine so far. I lowered the graphics to high, from ultra to high, so hopefully that won't be much of an issue. Besides, the city looks beautiful enough. Alright, let's get rolling here. Get back to Sidonia and get into the fucking... Oh shit, what was that? That was nothing. Alright, here we go. Shit. That was that fucking thing, yep. Alright, this will be the part where I'll edit this out. Alright, we're back in Sidonia. Had to get out of that fucking mine. Back at Sidonia!
Always nice to kick back at the broken spear after a long day.
Alright, let's get to the bar. Why do they wear these weird hats, I wonder?
From Sidonia. Governor Glenn Hurst has stepped down from his post under mysterious circumstances. Although Hurst's official press release states he is quitting due to family reasons. SSNN reached out to Hurst for comment, but his publicist declined our request, citing concerns for his client's privacy. Many believe there's something deeper going on, but what no one can agree on is what, why, and why now. Rumors of infidelity, embezzlement, and a health crisis abound. The only thing we know for sure is the leadership of this vital UC colony is changing.
Jokes. Like, you aren't funny. Stop it.
Alright. I just wanted to listen to the news.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Come on, Sam, you fuck.
Might be time I start working on some projects of my own.
Oh yeah, let me talk to you.
I'm just gonna wait until that drug's in production. And I'm telling everyone Percival and I saved Mars. Oh, and you, of course.
I can't steal. Alright. Now there's an intercom next to you, so I'm willing to bet that someone's going to be listening into our
Lou
conversation.
gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
A little more gunfire than I usually like on my delivery jobs, but nothing I couldn't manage.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terrormorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Cabinet? What's that?
The cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The president, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
What's the Armistice Archives? And what's it have to do with the Freestar Collective and House Varun?
Well, when the colony war came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all three factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
Doesn't sound like any... Oh. If all you need is someone to charm the higher-ups, I'm your guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Okay. Then what does that make you two now? Is the UC going to throw me in prison for helping you?
No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time.
Okay. I actually know who you are and your past. And your past, well, that's none of my concern.
Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terrormorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay. Why wouldn't the cabinet agree to help us?
I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Okay. And why should I trust you with this data? How do I know it's not dangerous?
Because the Terrormorph project was doomed from the start. Terrormorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-Warfare logo on it. You have my word. It's not a threat.
Okay. Okay, then let's go talk to this cabinet.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Yeah, the way you handle things.
Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you, sir. Alright.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
Alright, let's get moving here. Oh! Alright, let's get back to the ship. back on the ship. Ooh, pretty. Alright. Get on the ship.
Tell Cora we're back.
Alright. Ah, speaking of Cora, there she is.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
No.
Books?
Books? Are you talking to me?
Yes.
That's an odd way to start a conversation.
I guess it is. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole package. My book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us.
What sort of books are you into?
I like books about quantum theory and astrophysics. Or science. Or horses. Did you know that it wasn't until after the Industrial Revolution that horse speed was the maximum civilization speed for centuries? All of society was built upon horses. Imagine what they must have looked like for real. They look smelly, in a good way.
Okay. Add this to the book fund then.
Oh, Dad, you've made the best friend ever.
Well, now you done it. Now you can get pestered about books nonstop.
Yeah, a small price to pay for my education. Now, the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese.
Oh, fine. Why is there no pepperoni on... Fuck you. Fuck. You know what? Since I'm RPing, I'll play as a I'll do a veggie pizza.
Veggies? Like the green stuff?
They are part of a balanced diet.
Then you eat them. Ugh. Let me think. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora approves.
Also, look at her shirt. That's a Star Wars reference. It's got 2 stars and it says the sand. That's a good Star Wars reference on her shirt. Here, let me see if we can focus on it. There. See, the silence of sand, and you got the 2 stars there. They're the 2 suns. You know, like of Tatooine and shit. Oh. Sorry, had to look at something. Alright, let's get moving here. That's Triton and Neptune. Neptune has got more moons than that, I'll tell you that much. Let's go to Alpha Centauri. Oh, fuck. Let's go.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Alright. There's a moon. I've been to that moon. Alright, we need to go to the lodge really quick.
I gotta admit, I miss the old girl, New Atlantis.
Oh yeah, we're running a lot better here in New Atlantis, so lowering the graphics a little bit wasn't that bad.
I'm not a fan of the UC, but this here, it's a little patch of heaven.
Yeah. You have no new artifacts to add. All right,
As much as I love
here.
uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment.
Where's that I'm looking for a book.
Now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
Hard times. So soil box, a bowl. I think it's in a fancy compass. Ew. Antique submarine clock. A mercury camera. The Vostok program. A moth vine.
I am at your service, Captain.
Alright, now there's a little book here that we can find here that I need to have in order to go to a place on Earth. Alright. It's like... where is it? There's a folder. Alright, that's... not where it is up. Hello. That was Barrett.
Lay it on me.
Lay it on me. Sir Livingstone's journal. Alright, hold on. 1 second. Alright, now I know where to go. Amazing what the internet can do. Particularly the Starfield wiki, so shout out to them. Where's Mateo's room? Oh, there's, what's your name?
Hey,
Sona.
let me know when you're ready to take me along with you. Should only be a few years.
Nothing in there. Moby Dick. Panoptes. This cannot be opened. That is unacceptable. Where's Mateo's room? Hello, Mateo's room. That. Eat that. So we need to find a book called Sir Livingstone's Second Journal. Joke. Yeah. It's a bathroom. Where are the rooms here? An incense burner. Here we are. We found it. I heard some of the old-timer faithful companion Luna, which is... I don't know why they didn't call it the moon. Hey, visit the Apollo landmark on Luna. We'll visit that later, though. Get the fuck out of the way, dude. We need to go visit the cabinet. Oh, it's so much better now here. Like, it runs so perfectly now. I don't get that many frame drops. Oh, now I am a little bit... Oh, need to go downstairs.
Shit.
Captain! Over here!
Hey-oh! Hello, Hadrian.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, In the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
You're a clone of a man? How's that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Are there others from your program still out there? Other clones?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
The Ve Victus must have been an impressive commander for the UC to want to clone him.
He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay. What did your father do to merit being executed?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
You're not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
So honestly, what are the risks of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terrormorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Any suggestions on what I should say to the cabinet?
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terrormorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the Cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Are you willing to tell me any more about your father?
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of Guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Your eyes, they're red. Is that a result of the cloning process?
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Okay. Well, I don't have any further questions.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The Cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the Cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Yep.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Where's Sam? Where did Sam go, by the way?
Captain, can I help you?
Oh, there's Sam right there. There we are. Come out of that elevator, Sam, or what?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terrormorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Okay, let's see. We're trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data. Or should we tell them about the Terrormorphs? Meeny, meeny, miny, mo, I pick you. Now let's go.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terrormorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terrormorph seem at all alarming to you?
I only know what I was told. Its tissue matched ones from Londinian.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
If there's a chance what happened on Tau Ceti 2 could happen anywhere, we need to grant the request. Yes, if the fear is the data being weaponized, the Terrormorph program failed. The data is not dangerous. Let's just do this.
If the stakes weren't so high, we wouldn't be asking. But, well, we're asking.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we...
What the?
Makes me
An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terrormorphs.
Terrormorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
We need to move.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind. Let's get down there.
Alright, let's roll.
Excuse me?
Hey, get out, get out, get out. What the fuck?
That's it. Now hit him with everything.
What the fuck is going on here? Alright, I gotta equip that weapon. Hold on. Which weapon did I just take? Here we are, it was this one.
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Say goodnight.
Alright, contained. What the hell happened?
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terrormorphs' influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terrormorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Okay. Are you suggesting that Terrormorphs can control someone's mind?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior. The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terrormorph.
Does this mean I need to worry about you turning on me?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terrormorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
I think they busted a couple of ribs.
Alright, to the spaceport. Quite
You
the...
heard that, right?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower.
An
Let's
evacuation
move!
order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there.
We got Terrormorph! Where's my... Maelstrom? Here we are. Ow!
Captain! You're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. You have to put down that form.
I gotta reload the weapon!
Time to tango.
Please, please help.
Oh, this sounds...
This is nothing.
remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter.
Hello.
They said you've done this before, huh? Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. Hold them as best we can.
Fire team? Should I really bring them in on this? Nah, leave them. They can stay here and defend. I will take care of them. I am confident. There we are, Terrormorph over there. Oh shit! Oh, Sam wants to talk again. Ah!
You left us. Why did you leave us?
Why am I hearing voices?
Right behind.
Ow!
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
No!
Shoot! Put it down! Put down the weapon or we shoot!
Dead. And I leveled up. Alright. There's another Terrormorph ahead. Man, it's almost like we're back in Cyrodiil. They're in the Oblivion Crisis. And these, well, are the Daedra. Oh shit. Die, you prick, die!
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
I wonder what Jacob would think of a co helping to save New Atlantis. Damn if I'm not proud of it, though. You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
What's up, man?
I'd appreciate your advice. After our last talk, I just feel a little more at peace. A little more whole. Cora's grandpa, good old Jacob, well, he just will not stop pestering me to see Cora. And that's complicated.
You don't talk much about your father.
He is not my favorite topic of conversation. My early years, they weren't good. My mother died when I was 7. Some people have such strong memories from their early life. Me, I mean, I remember her. I have some pictures. I remember the feelings, but just a few clear memories.
What happened to her?
She banged up her knee real good in an accident. So she went in for knee replacement. Supposed to be routine, but that damn anesthesiologist dropped the ball. And one day Mom's fine, and the next, doctors take her away.
What do you remember?
She had these truly ancient cameras, like caveman type things. To the room with a red light, she developed pictures she took in this chemical bath. I remember sitting on a stool, looking up at them slowly fading in, and it was like alchemy to me then. And that's all I have. Just glimpses like that.
I'm sorry to hear about your mom, man.
Oh, it's alright. It's ancient history. So, Jacob raised me on his own, and shit, maybe I don't give him enough credit. I mean, I know how tough it is, but he was strict, hard. Dad was a longtime civil servant, a big man in government, and he had a future all laid out for me. Man, could he get his hooks into you. He was scary good at that.
What exactly did your dad do?
At his height, he was some sort of trade minister. A very prominent man in Aquila City. After I came along, he stepped down to a lower posting. He still had a finger in trade all over the collective. I can't deny it. He sacrificed a lot to be closer to Mom and me.
And let me guess, that future wasn't for you?
You know me too well. But I tried. I felt the weight of legacy. I wanted to do him proud. He said I had to learn the business, run some freight, see how credits flow, speak the language. Meanwhile, he's working some angle for a government job for me after. That sounded even more miserable than what I was doing.
You should have. Did you ever tell him you didn't want it?
Oh, I started to. Many, many times. He'd always steer the conversation away or just use logic to dissect every little point. Once I held my ground, and he said I was an ungrateful child, not worthy of what he was doing.
You should have asked what you wanted.
I know, right? Even after I was with the Rangers, Dad was just always needling, angling for me to join the government. But by then I knew myself more, and I could stand up to him. And Lillian, well, she helped. If I let Jacob into Cora's life, he'll dream up some big future for her and tie her into knots like he did with me. The man could teach a master class in manipulation.
Have you seen any evidence of that?
Well, no. But he hasn't had much opportunity. And he's a sly one. Not sure I'd be able to spot anything.
Is your father really that much of a problem?
I mean, I can't prove it. But I'm pretty sure that freight company was silently partnered with good old Dad. And the smuggling? I wouldn't put it past him to be involved. Very involved. He always did a good job of keeping that side of the business hidden from everyone. Especially me.
If he does anything like that, I'm sure you'd shut it down fast.
Well, like you said, I've taken a lot of hard knocks, learned a thing or two. Yeah, I might be able to make sure Jacob stays a good, doting granddad. Or else, I guess I got more to think about.
Okay, let's roll. Man, there's the frontier. At least the Terrormorphs didn't get that. At least the fire team gets to stay alive. Yay!
All on your own. Huh. Nice work.
Sounds like we missed the fun.
Never seen these types of Terrormorphs before. They were always different. Were they always looking like this, or were they different colors? Alright, Sergeant Yumi.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
You held the line, Sergeant. You're the heroes here, not us.
Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terrormorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Alright. Hey, can I take your shit? Hey, thanks. Should I take a drum beat? Fuck it. Do I already have a drum beat, actually? Let me check. Oh no. I don't have no drum beat. Got a samurai sword, though. Alright, let's go.
Something here.
What is it?
Not now, okay.
Am I going to be alright? You take care of those things? Thank God.
Please, just leave me alone.
You're not the doctor.
Well, you're right, I am not a doctor, I am the doctor. I don't know why I did that. Mass District. Are the citizens alright now?
You're cleared to head back up.
Whole building's on lockdown.
Whatever.
That's a relief. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
We're counting on you, Captain. Don't let my people's sacrifice be in vain.
You've got the Cabinet's full backing to prevent more attacks. Understand?
Thank you.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terrormorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Agreed, thank you.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terrormorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Alright. Me? Why not send a diplomat, someone trained for this sort of thing?
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terrormorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
Alright. Well. I'm sure. If you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
And what do I get for being a US citizen? A UC citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
Count on me, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Hey.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that day again.
Okay. Friends like these. Well. Let's do that, Find news stories for SSNN. Oh, we can deliver news about the Terrormorph attacks. Let's do that.
There are so many different groups across the setting systems, it's hard to keep up with all the work they're doing.
Alright, let's go. Looks like the all clear signal has come through. Commercial district. Alright. No animation. Alright.
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee.
Alright. I was at the Terrormorph attack on New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
Alright, together with the UC security, we managed to put those killing machines down.
Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But alright. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Oh boy. Terrifying. Takes a lot of power to take out a Terrormorph.
That makes what you did even more, well, amazing. It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
I can't sleep at night, because who knows when the Terrormorphs will attack again.
If you feel that way, Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Hey, I'll take a free 50 XP. Alright, now. Primary sources. We need to do this. Oh yeah, let me ask you some questions first.
You have that look in your eye. What's the scoop?
How's it working for SSNN?
We're short-staffed, overworked, and trying to report on a million things at once. Not to mention there's a constant battle with the powers that be to maintain our journalistic principles. So, things are just swell.
Okay. What's David Barron really like?
Dear Lord, everyone wants to know about Baron. He's a smart guy. He cares about what he's reporting. He's way too damn cozy with the UC, and that's a problem for us staying impartial. My biggest beef with him is he's credited with everything he reports, and he doesn't lift a finger to correct that impression.
Okay. Alright.
Back to the grind.
Back to the grind!
It's important that the people of the... We're close to the action here. Prime position to report on the big stories.
Speak to Teresa at Kay's house. Alright. Hey!
The Freestar Collective has no place in New Atlantis.
What?
The FC's no friend of you and me.
What's your problem with the FC?
What's my problem with them? Really? I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. Countless lives could have been spared, but the Freestar Collective was out for blood. The Freestar Collective took my father away from me.
What happened was terrible, but we all have to try and move on from it.
But that's not what I want. I don't want us to move on. I want people to wake up and realize what the FC did to us, and I want them to be angry. I want justice and closure for everyone in the UC.
What do you think should happen to the FC embassy?
Well, I want it torn down, of course. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. Tear it all down.
Diplomacy is needed to make sure another colony war won't happen again. We need that embassy.
Ha! Diplomacy? That doesn't mean anything to the FC. They'll break any law and treaty that they feel like. It doesn't matter to them.
Alright.
Back to business.
Why are you so upset? What about you?
Working at the Office of Interstellar Affairs is honestly my dream job.
You were in the last video, I remember you.
Mark my words. Someday, I'll be running the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
Do you work around here?
Yeah, I work at MAST, in the Office of Interstellar Affairs. I'm a sort of liaison between the UC and the Freestar Collective. I help solve communication problems, show visiting diplomats the city, things like that. Probably doesn't sound all that exciting to you, but I love it. I've been interested in a diplomatic career since I was a kid.
Are you from New Atlantis?
No, I'm from Neon. I moved here a couple months ago for a job at the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
What's the Office of Interstellar Affairs?
It's a part of MAST's administrative wing. We handle relations between the UC and the Freestar Collective. One of our main focuses is making sure the armistice stays intact. I don't think anybody wants another war.
How do you like living here?
Oh, I love it. I think New Atlantis is the most beautiful place in the settled systems. I can't believe how many trees there are in the city.
I hope you're settling in well.
Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Alright, thank you.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
Hello and welcome to Terrormorphs.
And there are two locations in New Atlantis.
Let's go up. News?
Terror in the spaceport.
A tranquil day in New Atlantis was thrown into absolute mayhem with the sudden appearance of multiple terrorists. UC security, working in conjunction with 2 unknown soldiers, managed to contain this deadly threat before untold damage could be brought to the rest of the city. As the city breathed a collective sigh of relief, questions are being demanded of the UC cabinet. How did this happen? Why? And how can we make sure it doesn't happen again? Who knows when anyone will ever feel safe in New Atlantis again?
Alright. Dude, this is one of the best Bethesda cities I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't care what you say about Solitude. Or any other of the quote-unquote cities in Fallout 76. Fallout 76 was a mistake. Oh, and I'm paying for that curse with low frame rate. Oh, fuck me. My boost is low. I need to recharge. There we go.
You're okay, right?
Oh, I got a sprain! Hold on, let me treat my sprain. That was el mistake-o. Alright, do I got contusions? There we go. Immobilizer. My sprain has been cured.
Because who knows when the Terrormorphs will attack again.
Alright, here we are at the well.
I've got limited resources. We try not to turn anyone away just because they're writing credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do.
Hey, how you doing? I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business for an article.
A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can.
Okay. Will you tell me more about yourself?
Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here.
Right. How have things been in the well recently?
Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic.
Alright. I'd like to know how things are going at the medbay these days.
Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see.
I'd be happy to help you out with that.
Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, alright?
Okay. Reliable care. I think that should be enough to go on.
Alright, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Thank you, Doctor. Alright. Here we are, Kay's house.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. Understand? No causing trouble in here.
Alright, alright. Hey, I need to talk with you.
No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else?
Hey, I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your fine establishment here.
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up?
Okay. Will you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it.
How are things in the well?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it.
Okay. Alright, I'd like to know how things have been with your business lately.
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing.
Okay. I'd be happy to look into that for you.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out.
Sure. Right. Suspicious activities. I'm getting quests left and right. I love this. I think that should be enough to go on. Thank you.
Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it.
Alright.
Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
Wow, Mom. Damn.
We're hiring, if you're interested. Ask in the security office. People joke. Say those Varun zealots worship a snake.
The hell? Hey!
If you got anything valuable, keep it close. Never know what might happen down here.
How the hell did you fucking shit up here, Sam? Come on, man.
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it.
Alright.
Can't say I'll have what you need, but you're welcome to look.
Hey, I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about this fucking place you got here. What are those things on your face?
A reporter. Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business.
Alright. Will you tell me more about yourself?
Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter.
Alright. How have things been in the well recently?
How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better.
Alright, fucker, calm down. I'd like to know how things are going at Apex Electronics.
Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery.
Jeez, okay. You are quite the motherfucker. Alright, I think that it should be enough to go on. Have a good day, man.
Great! Now why don't you help me out and buy something? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Nah, fuck you.
I help out Henry from time to time. Not very often these days. But that's fine. Don't mind me. Just a weary man, resting. Stay out of trouble.
Okay. Alright, let's get rolling. What the fuck is that noise? Hey! I'm interrupting your conversation! Look at me! Your face is ugly as fuck. I ought to shoot it. I'm kidding, I won't shoot it. I'm not a bad person. Alright, let's go. Go to commercial district. let's go. Alright, let's talk to Nadia now.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. You have another story for me?
Alright, I finished interviewing the business owners in the well for you.
Hey, that's great. Thanks so much. Did everything go all right?
Okay. Things seem pretty bad down there.
That's why stories like this one are so important. If people knew what was going on down there, maybe they'd want to help fix it. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. I'll send you a copy of the story if it gets published. There's nothing like seeing your name in print.
Alright, thank you.
I have a feeling we'll see each other again.
Well, we will. Alright, now we need to go somewhere. See me shaking there? Ooh!
That neon fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
Barely made it off the starting line, then wham! Dead.
Alright. Let me look at my log here. Alright, let's see. Deep cover. Proceed to the UC Vigilance. Where is that? We're gonna go over there. Probably gonna go to the spaceport. Yep. Okay. Yep, let's go.
Sometimes I just want to turn off the grab drive so we can float around.
Oh, you can zoom in and zoom out. I forgot you can do that. Alright, where are we going, by the way? We're going to Earth. Alright, here we are. UC Vigilance. Let's go. Holy fuck!
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Dad. Is Money here a poster today? It's called a haiku. Don't even scratch them. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
That's not a haiku! It's 575!
You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
I'm serious, that was not a fucking haiku. If that was a haiku, then maybe I'm stupid. Alright. Hello, sir. Sis Death Guard. Hello, sir. How are you?
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
What can you tell me about the UC Vigilance?
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
Okay. Before I meet a Commander Ikande, is there anything I should know?
Yeah. Listen to him. Carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
Okay. I have about 1 million questions, but they can wait for the commander.
Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that Terrormorph on Tau City.
That there is cold.
Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
All right. All right.
Pardon.
This is an automatic door. It don't open though.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you? You got a bald head. You're a bald head
I believe
man.
we have something important to
Okay.
discuss.
All right. Listen. I'm looking at your fucking bald head hair. Bald head. Fuck you.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
All right. U.S. SysDef. Is that another division of the UC military?
UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
All right. Tuala convinced me it'd be for the greater good, so here I am.
It appears he certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Okay, what exactly is the Crimson Fleet?
That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On Vectera specifically. They were the pirates that attacked your mining outpost. I'm surprised you don't remember.
Okay. Where is the Vigilance located right now?
We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily.
Alright. You're going to need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Okay. Get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything. I assume you've chosen me because I'm expendable. That'd be a rude question to ask, so I won't ask it.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Aurora?
Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
Where did you get the contraband?
That's classified. Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
In prison. Alright. Sounds simple enough.
You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Okay. Why bother gathering evidence?
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Alright. point the way, I'll get it done.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Alright, what if I get in over my head?
Then you better learn to swim, because you're diving right into the deep end on this one. I've studied your profile. I know you can do this. I'm not about to throw away someone's life on a whim or a prayer. Just use your best judgment, trust your instincts, and watch your back.
Alright. Alright. I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Alright. Can you explain SysDef's code of conduct and ethics?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
What do you mean by stray too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Alright, I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Sir, yes sir. How will I make contact with you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance, and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Okie doke. Do you have any other information about Saoirse Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Okay. What happens if I get arrested while I'm undercover?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Wow, fuck you guys. Alright, can you tell me more about my expected behavior as an agent?
While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
Alright. What if I don't have a choice?
Then you do what you have to do. The Crimson Fleet has the potential to kill hundreds, even thousands of people per year. If it takes a few deaths to maintain your cover, then so be it. But only as an absolutely final resort. This is not a licensed killing spree. Understood?
I refuse to kill innocent people.
I'm not advocating violence. I'm merely urging you to weigh the consequences before you open fire. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Alright. Alright, what about you?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am. What if I can't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Alright, why do you need physical evidence?
Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
Alright, I think I understand.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it. I'm confused. Are we trying to imprison the pirates or kill them?
Haven't you been paying attention?
Yes!
Our goal here is the complete eradication of the Crimson Fleet. In order to do that, we need to dismantle them piece by piece from within. If you bring me evidence, we can make arrests and slowly drain their resources. Think of it as a death by 1,000 tiny cuts.
Okay. If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Okay. You feel like talking about it?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
Alright, very well. I'll bring as much evidence as I can find.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Why would you be paying credits during a military operation?
Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you? And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop asking questions and accept the compensation.
Alright, well that's very generous.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Alright. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
Alright. I'll respect your privacy very well.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that you care. It's just that I don't feel like now's an appropriate time to be discussing these things. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Alright. What's going to happen to the people you arrest?
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
Alright, what if I get caught with the container of Aurora in my cargo hold?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
Alright, thank you.
We'll be here if you need us.
Thank you. Wait, let's go down to the brig.
Yes, what?
I want to see if they're in the brig. Because if they're fucking down there... Ooh, a Chunks egg. I'll eat that. Yum. Chunks apple. Yummy. Dude, fucking Chunks. Get out of the way, you fucking co-fuck.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey,
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Oh, hello. Commandeering Officer's Terminal. Oh, and a combat tech catalog. Hey, I got an achievement! Thirst for knowledge. Read 20 skill magazines. I love achievements. What's this? Pilot operations. Okay. Huh. Hopefully that was enough time for anyone watching this video to read all that shit.
Oh, right, sir. My mistake. Just try and show a little more concern for your personal safety.
Hello.
Oh, hello. I don't think we've met. Are you by chance new here?
Yeah, my name is Roy Jensen. Nice to meet you.
Wait, I know that name. You're that dangerous Terrormorph slayer everyone is talking about. Well, don't worry. I'm not scared of you. My godmother was a member of the Strikers gang, and you're not even half as scary as her. My name is Javanta. I'm an ensign with the maintenance and robotics team. And just between you and me, I don't think you're dangerous. Do you?
Ha 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 ha. I don't know what the rumors are, but I'm just me.
Aren't we all? I know people look at me funny when I say I'm from Neon, like it's some alien planet where only debauchery is allowed. But first of all, every planet is alien. Second of all, it is perfectly okay to be normal on Neon. No one's going to arrest you for staying home and watching TV. Anyway, it was very nice to meet you. If you want to talk some more, I will be here.
Okay. Why did you join SysDef?
It's a good question. It was what you'd call a minor moral crisis. I wasn't happy with my old job at Drone. I felt like my life was on an assembly line. Everything was about profit, and nothing had any real meaning. But then it occurred to me, if I'm so miserable, I could just leave. So one day I just did. SysDef is far from perfect, but our goal is noble. I can sleep soundly knowing my work will be for a cause that is just.
What are your duties here on the ship?
Oh, I'm part of the maintenance team that makes sure the Vigilance is operating smoothly. On the robotic side, I take care of the Model A's on the ship and make sure they're treated with respect and dignity. They are people, after all, just like us.
Agreed. We should be treating the robots the same thing as we... Have you seen robots abused and mistreated?
Not here. But at Drone, clients would come in and bring their robots for maintenance. And the condition these robots were in was appalling. Not to mention the way they were talked down to. Personally, I think the way you treat your robots says a lot about you.
Okay. Agreed. We should be treating the robots the same way we treat all living things.
See? I knew there was something I liked about you. Machines are very dear to me. Think of it this way. How can we expect a robot to fight by our side if we won't fight for their right to exist? So I always do my best to treat them as my equals.
Alright, is there anything else? Is there anything you want to know about me?
Oh, I have so many questions. That is not enough time to ask them all. But I won't ask about your Vanguard duties, as I'm sure you're tired of people asking. Instead, I will ask you a very simple question. Are you a morning, afternoon, or night person?
Gotta really say afternoon.
I do like taking afternoon naps, but only after I wake up bright and early.
Alright. It's probably not unusual for a military vessel.
Yes, but I like getting up before even the personnel, when I have the coffee maker all to myself. But the thing I like best is the quiet. When I can look out into space and see the whole galaxy is asleep. When it's that quiet, the only noise you hear is from the Vigilance itself. In fact, we keep each other company when the world is too busy snoring in their beds. Makes it so the mornings are just for us.
Okay, thank you.
All right then.
I thought she'd be able to get me a quest. UC Vigilance. I mean, this is a big-ass ship, so... Oh, hello. Oh!
Yes?
Why do you have your gun out? Mine's bigger than yours, after all.
Howdy. Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best. Hello.
This is a Demos fucking cockpit.
I work best alone.
Okay, hello.
Excuse me.
Captain's locker, huh? Where's the cargo hold? Oh well, let's leave.
Have some outstanding parking tickets. I don't care about that, right? Right?
Pardon.
Outstanding parking tickets? There's not even any cars in this fucking video game.
If you hear your ship grumble, don't panic.
Yes. What?
Alright.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright, I don't think we can get to the brig, so let's get the fuck out. Oh, the brig's over here. I found a sign. Alright, lift. Where's the brig? Brig's over here.
Mole.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
I don't know about you.
What do you mean by that?
People who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card.
Alright. You don't know me.
No, I don't. But you're Vanguard, right? Not exactly one of us. Volunteer forces don't get the strictest background check. Who knows what kind of mischief you get up to in your spare time. But if Commander Ikonde says you're Sys-Def, then you are one of us. For now.
Alright, are you a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO. A firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best. And I've got the kills to prove it.
Okay. Glad to have you on my side.
You got some set of manners, kid. The fleet are gonna eat you up.
How did you get involved with Sys-Def?
Long story. I got my start in the academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with Sys-Def. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
Where did you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
Okay, thank you.
So long.
So long, bud. Where's the brig? Docking port computer. What's this? Huh. Okay. Why do you have your guns out? Docking port computer. Huh. Okay. Door. Where's the brig? Ah, fuck. It requires a computer to open this fucking thing.
Yes? Drank too much coffee last night. I need to swap shifts.
Hello.
I could have joined any division at the UC Navy.
Why can't I go in here? Hello, sir.
Keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in.
Huh. Are there any prisoners here? Dude, this is a fancy-ass looking prison. Why are the lights off in this one? There's no prisoners here? Alright, well. Here, I'm gonna access your computer. Brig protocols. Alright. We'll talk to him later, because I have a feeling we'll be back here. Magnet though. Alright. There's a cargo bay over there, but we don't need to go in there. Alright, let's go. Let's get back on the frontier and we'll end the episode by...
How's the pirating business?
Shut up. Alright, docking port 1. Occupied, authorized. Captain Roy Jensen, ship Frontier. Ship status operation.
Where I belong.
Alright. Let's get back on the let's get back on the ship, undock, and get to the moon.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Alright. Let's get down to the moon. To the moon! There we go. It's the moon! Apollo landing site. Let's go. Here we are. Where's my ship at? Oh, it's all the way over there. Here we are. Here's the flag. Also, the Apollo 11 flag, is this the Apollo 11 flag? I think that was taken to a... Ooh! Oh, look at this! Wait, hold on, hold on. I'll do the photo mode later. There's a spare leg that... Yeah, this is their landing site, alright. But where is the snow globe at? Something that crashed here. Oh, there it is, right here. How did I miss that? I'm an idiot. Let me have a look at that snow globe. God, look at that. Hey, 100 XP. Well, everyone, landed with a nice shot here of the 50 states of the U.S. flag that's been here for who the fuck knows how long. Alright, everyone, well, thank you all for watching this episode. It was a great episode. And yeah, I'm now going to yield the floor. Bye!